We've reached Attack on Titan's version of the endgame, which will inevitably see our main protagonist, Eren Yeager, become the villain of the story we see play out in Attack on Titan Season 4, the final season. But how did he get here? How did we get here? His main objective from the very beginning was to eliminate every single Titan in existence, and now it just seems as though he wants to wipe out the world. His ideology and perspective has changed, which seems to now be putting those closest to him in harm's way. The story of Eren Yeager is a bit of a complex one different from most shonen protags, different in a unique sense wherein he's now become the very monster he sought out to destroy in seasons past.
I'll drive them all out! Kill them with my bare hands!
Not something we've seen too often in shonen manga, but we have seen it in film, most notably being Star Wars in the character Anakin Skywalker, who we all know becomes the Dark Lord of the Sith, Darth Vader. Now, the parallels between the two characters are quite eerie, and their motivations towards crossing over from hero to villain are very similar and related to family ties. For Anakin Skywalker, it was in order to save his wife from dying of childbirth, a vision he came across through prophetic dreams. Now, Eren Yeager actually witnessed his mother die, and through experiencing his father, Grisha Yeager's memories, his descent into darkness further increased as the truth of the Titans were revealed to him and life beyond the walls. Now, in his story, Eren has always believed in stealing the freedom of anyone who opposes his own. And that belief is shared by Anakin Skywalker, as his own descent into darkness leads him to senselessly killing Jedi younglings.
There are too many of them. What are we going to do?
And he eventually finds himself down a path of destruction where power soon becomes his main concern, and his wife and unborn child's well-being takes a backseat to his quest for power. Now, both of these characters are archetypes of the hero who has lost sight of their initial goal due to the quest for ultimate power and control. Eren wants to watch the world burn just so he can retain his very own freedom, thus making everyone, including his own friends, the enemies. Now, it's hard to really understand what would make a hero with good intentions travel down the dark path we see Eren going down. But to try and understand his perspective, I actually looked outside of the source material of the manga and anime and sought some answers in Western comics, Marvel Comics to be specific. You see, there's a certain mad titan I think a lot of us can compare Eren's thirst to see the world burn to, and it's Thanos. Interestingly enough, Thanos is from the planet Titan, a planet which suffered from overpopulation. Attack on Titan, Titan, the planet Titan in the Marvel Universe, I can kind of see a correlation here. Now, in the comics, Thanos suggested to his fellow Titans that in order to preserve the planet's resources, they should wipe out half of their civilization. They refused, and thus Titan and its inhabitants all perished. Witnessing the travesty of his home planet dying, Thanos then set his own eyes on the universe, going planet by planet to wipe out half of the population of each planet as a way to bring balance back into the overall universe. In his distorted mind, in his distorted view, of course. Thanos, Marvel's very own Titan, literally from a planet named Titan, believed that the universe would be condemned and deprived of resources due to overpopulation, so he set forth to wipe out half of the universe's civilization. Now, Thanos was unflinching in his efforts to attain what he wanted, the freedom he desired. And Marvel's Titan is similar in a sense to Attack on Titan's very own Titan in Eren, only he wishes to wipe out the world.
We did cross the sea, and we killed our enemies. After that, would we finally be free?
But once Eren achieves his goal of eradicating the world, he'll soon set his eyes on the universe. I don't know, that's something to ponder, something for us to think about. When you compare Eren to Thanos, it's hard to believe that out of these two titans, literal titans, Thanos is the less insane one. At least, his intentions weren't to wipe out an entire civilization based on his own personal needs of self-preservation hinged on his freedom. But that's where Eren is right now, a man who had a simple goal in the beginning of wiping out his enemies and those who threatened his freedom. Upon realizing life beyond the walls and the experiences and influences through his father's memories, his ideology has been warped. It's changed significantly. We know Eren can see the future, so only he knows where this story paved with the blood of the innocent will lead, and we're all here along for the ride. Now, how do you think Eren's story might play out in the final season of Attack on Titan? And the similarities I drew in this video to get a better sense of Eren's motivations. Curious to know your thoughts. Comment down below. Would love to get this conversation going on the transformation of Eren from good to evil. Well, I'll see you down in the comments below, and until the next video, I'll see you then. Peace.